Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to the video session, my dear children. Hope you all are fine and safe at home. Hope you all enjoyed the previous videos and learned all the topics, my dear children. Before entering into our today's session, let's have a quick recap on the previous videos. Okay, children, are you all ready? Okay. So, what is our topic? Adaptations in plants. Yes, here is a recap. What we learned from the previous videos. First one is habitat, adaptation, importance of plants, types of plants based on their habitat. Hope you all remember what are all the different types of plants based on their habitat. Yes, first one is aquatic plants, terrestrial plants, insectivorous plants, saprophytic plants and parasitic plants. Aquatic plants, different types of aquatic plants. What are all the different types of aquatic plants? Floating plants, fixed plants and submerged plants. Adaptations of aquatic plants. What are all the adaptations shown by these aquatic plants? Our today's session is about terrestrial plants. So here we are going to learn about terrestrial plants, different types of terrestrial plants and the adaptations shown by them. Okay? Are you all ready, children? Yes, children, here is terrestrial plants. What is mean by terrestrial plants? Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. These terrestrial plants, they get their name from the Latin word terra, meaning land. Terra means land. Okay. And these terrestrial plants can be broadly classified into the following major five types. Following five types. That is plants in mountain regions, plants in desert region, plants in windy region or grasslands, plants in marshy regions and plants in plains. These are the five groups of terrestrial plants. Okay, children? Yes, children. We learn one by one these terrestrial plants. First one is plants in mountain. So what is mean by mountain? A mountain is a large landform that rises above the surrounding land in a limited area, usually in the form of a peak. Mountains are higher than a plains. Mountains are higher than a plains. Generally, these mountain regions, they have a cold climate, and the examples of these mountain plants are pine, spruce, fir and cedar. Here I have given only the pine and spruce. Okay. So now let's see the adaptations shown by these mountain plants. So here is a adaptations of mountain plants. What are the adaptations shown by them to survive in their particular habitat? Look at the picture. What you can observe? Yes, the trees. The trees are very tall and straight. They are very tall and straight, and their branches are arranged such that the trees have a conical shape. The trees have a conical shape. That's why they are called as a coniferous. Called as a coniferous. And this shapes the allow snow to slide off the branches easily. Yes, and see here. Look at the leaves. The trees have a waxy needle-like leaves to ensure that snow does not collect on them and also to prevent loss of water. Okay. And see here, most of these trees in the mountains don't have flowers. Instead of flowers, they bear cones. Okay, the cones will give the protect to the seeds. Okay, from that seed only the new plant will grow. Look at this picture. The new plant is growing from the cone. That cone contains the seeds. Okay, yes, these are all the adaptations shown by the mountain plants. They are tall, straight and shaped like a cone. The trees have a waxy, needle-like leaves. They ensure that snow does not collect on them and also to prevent loss of water. And they are flowerless. They have a cones with seeds. These are all the adaptations shown by the mountain plants. Hope you all clear. Now we are going to see about the plants in desert. What is mean by desert? Yes, deserts are barren region with very little rainfall or no rainfall. With very little rainfall or no rainfall. That is called the desert. Okay. So, and deserts are experiences very extreme climate. Very hot during the day and very cold at night. Okay. Because of this extreme weather and poor rainfall, there is not much vegetation. There is not much vegetation. Only very few plants grow in desert. Okay. And those plants also adapt themselves to the desert climate. And what are all the examples of these desert plants? Paddle plant, pencil plant, cacti, date palm, bubble trees. All these are examples of desert plants. Okay, what is mean by desert? Deserts are barren or dry regions with very little rainfall or no rainfall. Okay, children. So now we are going to see about the adaptations shown by these plants. So here is the adaptations of desert plants. What are all the adaptations shown by them to survive in their habitat? First, see, look at the picture. The leaves. Yes. So some plants have a few small leaves and some have none at all. Okay. And this prevent the plants from losing water through their leaves. Okay. Because if there is a leaves, there will be a evaporation. So in that way, they lose their water. To prevent that, the plants does not have a leaves. The plants don't have a leaves. Okay. And the leaves are modified into the needle-like spines. The leaves are modified into the needle-like spines to prevent loss of water. To prevent loss of water. Okay. And also these spines help the plant to protect themselves from the animals. Okay. And look at the picture. They have stem, that is a thick and fleshy stem that can use to store water, because there is always a scarcity of water in desert. So these fleshy stems help to store water, and also the stem contains chlorophyll and carries out the photosynthesis to prepare food for the plant. We know the leaves have chlorophyll that will absorb the sunlight. Here the leaves are modified into the spines, so the stem contain chlorophyll and they carries out the photosynthesis to prepare the food for the plant. Now look at this. And the desert plants have roots that grow deep into the soil in search of water, because it is always have a scarcity of water. That's why the roots that grow deep into the soil in search of water. These are all the adaptations shown by the desert plants. The leaves are modified into spines to prevent loss of water by evaporation. I hope you all know what is meant by evaporation. Yes, the process of water changing into the water vapor by heating is called evaporation. And spines give protection from the animals. Thick and fleshy leaves and stems help in storing water as well as during the photosynthesis. And some desert plants have roots spreading wide near the surface, while others have those that go deep into the ground in search of water. So these all are the adaptations of desert plants. So now we are going to learn about plants in grassland. What is mean by grassland? Grasslands are areas of land mostly covered with grasses, and the climate is generally hot and dry. The examples are grasses and grasses and shrubs. So the grasslands are areas of land mostly covered with grasses. Yes, children, now we are going to learn about the adaptations of plants in grassland. So what are the adaptations shown by these plants? Look at the picture. This is the root of the grass. So the roots of the grasses in grassland grow deep into the ground to reach water. And another one is, look at this. This is a stem. Okay. The stems of grasses are soft and flexible so that the plant do not break when strong winds blow. Okay. So these are the two adaptations shown by the plants in grassland. One is the roots of the grasses in grassland grow deep into the ground to reach water, and another one is the stems of grasses are soft and flexible. Hope you all clear? Yes? Yes, children. Now we are going to learn about the plants in plains. So what is mean by plains? Plains are large areas of flat land. The trees which are growing in plains have many branches, and plains receives heavy rainfall as well as less rainfall. Forest comes under this plains. Okay, forest comes under the plains. Okay, yes, and the examples are many trees are there. Yes, so here I have given only few: oak and sal. Yes, these are the examples for plants in plains. So now we are going to see about the adaptations shown by these plants. Yes, children, here we are going to see the adaptations of plants in plains. Okay, so what are all the adaptations shown by the plants in plains? Yes, look at the picture. The leaves. These plants have well arranged leaves to take in necessary sunlight, because sunlight is very important for the photosynthesis process. And look at this, the leaves. Yes, a thin waxy layer. You can easily observe that thin waxy layer of these leaves prevent them from drying, especially during the summer, because during summer there will be more evaporation. So during that time, this thin layer, waxy layer, will help the plants from drying. Okay, and next one is roots. The roots of these plants are also well developed so as to obtain essential nutrients and water from the soil. Yes, so these roots helps to absorb the nutrients and water from the soil easily. So these are the few adaptations shown by the plants in plains. First one is, these plants have well arranged leaves to take in necessary sunlight A thin waxy layer of these leaves prevents them from drying, especially during summer, and the roots of these plants are also well developed so as to obtain essential nutrients and water from the soil. Yes, children, here is another adaptations shown by the plants in plains. That see the picture. Yes, they look bare after they shed all their leaves. And look at this one. Yes, so what is it? Here is a tree is full of leaves. So some trees growing in plains lose all their leaves in winter and begin to grow new leaves in summer. Such trees are called deciduous trees. In other way, some trees shed all their leaves once a year and are called deciduous trees. Yes, and look at this one. Yes, so in places with hot weather and rainfall, plants have green leaves throughout the year. Such plants are called evergreen plants or evergreen trees. In other way, some trees that grow in forests remain green throughout the year. The new leaves keep growing throughout the year. So these trees are not completely bare in any season. Such trees are called evergreen trees. Okay. These are the few adaptations of plants in plains. One is some trees growing in plains lose all their leaves in winter and begin to grow new leaves in summer. Such trees are called deciduous trees. And in places with hot weather and rainfall, plants have green leaves throughout the year. Such plants are called evergreen plants. Hope you all clear what are the adaptations shown by the plants in plains. The next topic of our lesson is plants in marshy region. This is our last topic in the lesson. So what is mean by marshy? So marshes are regions that have clayey and sticky soil where water collects easily. Okay. And marsh is a type of wetland that is mostly submerged in water. The area which is always covered with the water. And these are the areas found near the meeting points of rivers and oceans. Near the rivers and oceans. So the plants that grow in marshy areas are called mangroves. Plants that grow in marshy areas are called mangroves. What is mean by marshy region? It's a type of wetland that is mostly submerged in water or covered with water. Okay. Yes, see the examples. This is the reeds and this is the mangroves. So these are the plants that grow in marshy areas. Now let's see the adaptations shown by these plants. So here is the adaptations of plants in marshy areas. I already told that these areas are always covered with the water. So the soil does not contain enough air for the plant roots to take in. So the marshy areas, the soil being covered with water does not allow air to reach the roots of the plants. So roots adapt to the condition by growing upward and taking in the air from the atmosphere instead of taking from the soil, because the soil is always covered with the water. Such roots are called breathing roots or nematophores. See the picture, the roots, how the roots are comes out for breathing purpose. Yes, so these roots are called breathing roots or nematophores. Okay, these roots have special pores through which they can take in and give out the gases. Okay, children. And what are the adaptations now? Marshy areas, the soil being covered with water does not allow air to reach the roots of the plants, and roots adapt to the condition by growing upward and taking in the air from the atmosphere instead of taking from the soil, because the soil is always covered with the water. Such roots are called breathing roots, and these roots have a special pores through which they can take in and give out gases. Examples of these mangroves are found in the Sundarban in West Bengal on the delta of the Ganga river. Okay. Yes, children, hope you all clear what are all the adaptations shown by the terrestrial plants. Yes. So now it's a time for key points. What we learned today's session. We learned about terrestrial plants. The plants that are grow on land are called terrestrial plants. And the different types of terrestrial plants are plants in mountains, plants in desert, plants in plains, plants in grassland, and plants in marshy region. And what are all the adaptations shown by these plants to survive in their habitat? Hope you all understood the topic. Yes? Yes, children? Okay. Yes, children. Now it's an activity time. So, what is our today's activity? Here it is. Choose any one plant, write its habitat and the adaptation shown by them to survive in its habitat. So we all learned all the habitat, adaptation, different types of plants based on their habitat, and aquatic plants, different types of aquatic plants. What are the adaptations shown by the aquatic plants? Terrestrial plants, different types of terrestrial plants. What are the adaptations shown by these terrestrial plants? Everything we learn this session. Okay, everything we learn from the lesson. Okay, children. So with this, our third lesson is completed. Our third lesson is completed. Hope you all understood the topics. Yes, enjoy the video and learn all the topics, and then you can read the e-book and do the book back exercises. Thank you, children.